Dear viewers, welcome on board once more. This is your channel 046 Brother Power, that is on TikTok, and Kweli Chungu TV on YouTube. As usual, kindly do us the favor of liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, as well as following us on both channels, TikTok and YouTube, 046 Brother Power TikTok and Kweli Chungu TV on YouTube. Dear viewers, I'm none other than the one and only presenter, Brother Power. Welcome on board. Today, I know people are asking where I went to with my story. It's coming up. But before that, let's come to what is most current. This is why, on behalf of persons with disabilities, I believe the Senate should do us a favor of ratifying what the County Assembly of Nyamira did on the 25th of November. Was it 25th? 25th of November 2025 of kicking out the governor of Nyamira County. On behalf of persons with disabilities, without any further ado, let's get down to it. I show you why we believe this government has had a problem. Dear viewers, since the inception or the conception of the county government or devolution at large in 2013, people with disabilities have struggled. They have made a wonderful strides. When devolution came in 2013 and 14, persons with disabilities seem to be forgotten. 2016, almost same case, but we've made tremendous steps that since our dear governor, His Excellency Amos Nyaribo, came into power, decided to take us back 10 steps. You make one step ahead, he takes you back 10 steps. Dear viewers, people will question why I'm doing this. I choose to respect my conscience because I believe my conscience speaks the truth. I've tried to, you know, without speaking it, but on behalf of the people I lead as a person with disability and as the communications director of Nyamira Search for Persons with Disabilities, I find it necessary to also add my voice on behalf of our subjects to this matter. Dear viewers, initially, persons with disabilities were said not to be having a place in the county government as disability was not a devolved function. In 2014, around 24th of September 2014, a team of leaders of persons with disabilities went to the Ministry of Devolution in Nairobi, went to many other areas just to go and confirm if persons with disabilities were to be devolved or to be carried to Nairobi. We went back with an answer. I don't want to explain here, but the answer was whoever was giving that excuse was simply ignorant. Yeah. Because every time you asked about anything on disability in Nyamira in 2014-15, you'd be told disability is not devolved and therefore your issues are in the national government. After all this struggle, thank God, from 2015, we began experiencing some little budgets, which did us great work, dear viewers. There would be an allocation that would then cater for disability workshops, mapping and need assessment exercises, which we carried in 2016 last, celebrate our calendar days as persons with disabilities. Dear viewers, in 2018 April, a date I may not be so certain about, but I'm sure is somewhere in the write-ups of the County Assembly of Nyamira, there was a resolution of the County Assembly through the Gender Committee of the County Assembly that disability being a cross-cutting issue, it would be taken care of in all the 10 or so departments of the county government. Dear viewers, this was communicated to the executive immediately. Yes, that's the last year we saw things happen for persons with disabilities, not actually until 2020. Remember, this is during the time of the late governor John Obiero Nyagarama. From 2021, as His Excellency Nyaribo took power, he took us back to the starting point. This is the time we began experiencing problems, even of tax exemptions, where you remember directors like Godfrey Kiriago would request us or would demand that they wanted to see medical reports, despite them being medical quacks, for lack of a better word. I really want to withdraw and apologize the word quack, but at least with little or no understanding in the medical field. They ignored the KRA exemption certificate. They ignored the Salaries and Remuneration Commission circular of the 26th August 2019, which directed that persons with disabilities serving as public servants, civil servants rather, would be given an allowance called aid allowance depending on their disability. The blind, those on two crutches, those on wheelchairs, those with hearing impairment and etc. This brought a lot of acrimony between people with disabilities and the county government of Nyamira. Dear viewers, they shelved all those things that were the resolution of the county assembly. Dear viewers, they began charging some fees for medical assessment in the Nyamira Level 5 hospital. As if that was not enough, dear viewers, since the time of Governor Nyaribo as governor in 2021, Article 54, 1 and 2 of the Constitution of Kenya were taken to the dustbin for good. Employments have been carried out, but people with disabilities have never gotten their fair share. Even that which the Constitution demands or directs that at least 5% shall be reserved for persons with disabilities. Accessibility has become a real challenge. It was a request that Department of Gender, for instance, be on a ground floor, but instead it was even moved from where it was on a first floor to somewhere on the third floor and another very stiff building in the county government. Every time leaders of disabilities asked this, they would be punished through weaponization of county functions like Kikoska, like Grade Run or Great Run for that matter, like the Devolution Conference and others. Dear viewers, Senate, the Senate of the nation of Kenya, 67 of you, people with disabilities are appealing that you uphold the decision of the County Assembly of Nyamira because it has turned out, for instance, that there were auditors hired in 2024, about 22 or 23 of them thereabout. None of them was a person with a disability. No one was allowed to ask that. Dear viewers, such functions as Kikoska, such functions as Devolution Conference have been seriously weaponized under the leadership of Governor Amos Nyaribo through his chief officers, some of whom we shall mention in this channel as time goes by, that if you ever ask this government a question, however clean and pure the question might be, you will never enjoy county functions. Be it a workshop, this is now gender, not even for persons with disabilities. We know of quite a number of people who have had their interests and claims sat on, not to be paid, not to be given the opportunity to go and study, not to be given the opportunity to go and benchmark, simply not because they are not competent, but because they question the government. Some chief officers, mostly, there are two lady chief officers, notorious for punishing county employees on behalf of the governor. Dear Senate, it is our sincere prayer, it is our sincere request, it is our humble prayer that you uphold the decision of the County Assembly of Nyamira for us to get justice, for us to feel like Nyamirans. This is just but the first drop. More still to come before Wednesday and Thursday. I've been your presenter, the one and only Brother Power. Bye bye.